This is November 1 Delta, Uniform Charlie calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
You like that one? Is that the one you want, or you want that one? That one?
Kilo Echo 4 Lima Romeo Sierra. This is November 3 Alpha Radio Bravo.
Roger, 5-9 Georgia.
Hello, everyone. This is Junie, N1 DUC for Ham and Quackers, and I have Mochi here. Say hi, Mochi. You gonna say hi? Okay. Very quick hello. And today I have Howard, WB2UZE. Hello, Howard. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Junie, and
I'm
for your duck to have us too.
Oh, yes. Don't forget Mochi, right? Yeah, he's just hanging out. He's going to be here for the interview. So you are one of the co-founders of the Long Island CW Club. Is that correct?
That's true.
Okay, where are you located? And you're a licensed ham. So what is your class of license and how long have you been licensed?
Well, I'm located on Long Island in a town called Manhasset. So as the crow flies, or as the duck flies, it's about 20 miles east of Manhattan. I've been licensed since 1965 when I was the young man of 13, and I hold an extra class.
That's pretty impressive as far as starting out at 13. And that's good for anybody who's younger watching this video. You know, you can start at a young age.
I remember, back in those days, we actually had to go to an FCC office to get a test. Our generals were done in front of very imposing people, and the people of my age still remember the guy's name. It was Mr. Finkelman, and he still brings terror to us because, going to some creaky old building downtown Manhattan, taking the subway and the train and going with your parents to take a general exam was quite the thing when you were a young person back then.
I'm sure it was. And, things have changed. Now you could take the exam online and everything. So
I know it's quite a difference.
Yes. So the Long Island CW Club, how did it begin and how did it grow?
Well, 5 years ago, we were thinking one day, right after field day, Junie, that there really wasn't enough CW operators around. And as we all know, you get 2 points for CW field day content versus 1 for sideband. So I went to my friend Rich K2UPS and I said, maybe we ought to give back and see if we could increase the number of CW operators on Long Island and start a club. What do you think? Well, he said yes right away. And we started the club fast, and we thought maybe we would just be able to strong arm a few people from each one of the major clubs on Long Island, and that would be it. But 5 years later, we're approaching 4,000 members with members in all 50 states and 50 countries. So here we are.
Well, that's just awesome. And I found out about you through a ham friend who does Parks on the Air. And he just mentioned, hey, you want to learn Morse code so that you can send on CW? This is the place to learn. So I got a membership and I haven't looked back since. And
well, it's great to have you, Junie. And I know you've been very active and vibrant in our classes. And, just like you said about Parks on the Air, that's one of the main drivers for CW now, because when people go out in the field, they want to have light gear. And if you want to have light gear, CW is the best mode for that, where the rigs are sometimes as small as a pack of cigarettes, and you can use a compromised antenna and get out, and you don't need a computer. So
yeah, sure, totally.
It's the mode of choice for portable operation, especially SOTA.
Yes, definitely. SOTA and POTA. Summits
Right.
on the Air, for those who
Right.
don't know, and Parks on the Air. So what would a member expect to find if they join the Long Island CW Club?
They'd expect to find a community dedicated to help people learn CW, a very kind and generous group, a fun group, and as far as the organization goes, we have almost 100 classes and forums per week, Junie, per week at this point.
That's
And
amazing.
besides CW, we have forums on subjects that are related to ham radio, radio and related technology, as we call it, and we have those every day to make it even more fun to be involved in all of this. If we were only studying and learning CW, well, it wouldn't be as much fun and enjoyable as if this was an entire experience.
Well, I'll tell you, Mochi has fallen asleep over here. I guess you're lulling him to sleep as
Am
we're
I?
as we're chatting. Yes, I guess he likes your voice.
Really?
So
Can you tickle him under his neck? Will that wake him up?
if I put my hand near him, he'll probably want me to touch him. He wants a pet. Oh, you want a little pet? Oh, yeah. You're saying hi to Howard. Ironically. So when somebody starts, now when I was a new member, I had no idea how to send or receive Morse code. I didn't know what tools to use. I just had a radio and that was it. So somebody starting out, coming to the Long Island CW Club, this is online, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so it's online and you do live video sessions, I believe via Zoom.
Right. Oh,
And
I should have turned that off.
that's not a problem.
Yeah.
Now, what level of experience do people usually come in with?
We come in with mostly beginners, and that could mean people that are starting completely from scratch, Junie, or they could have tried it on their own for a few years or a few months and maybe not got as far as they'd like to. So there's all different levels at beginners that come in, but they all start in the same place, what we call the Beginners One Carousel. We do get some intermediates and advanced, but not much. This is really a club for beginners to come in. And what do you need? Not much. The ability to get on Zoom and to be able to communicate like we're doing now. 3 or 4 weeks into the courses, you'll need to have a key and an oscillator or the side tone from your HF rig so you can hear the tones that you're sending. We prefer people to use a straight key when they're starting, up to the point where they get to 18 words a minute or so. And that's basically it. What do we recommend as far as practice and coming to class? I think 2 classes a week, 2 hours a week, and practicing 20 to 30 minutes per day would do it. And then we hope after 3 or 4 months of that, Junie, that you'd be able to get on the air with whatever you have and start using the skills that you've been learning.
Right, exactly. And I worked through you guys and I really liked how the classes were ordered and put together. It was very nice. And also the option of being able to look at the calendar and pick, okay, do I want to learn a little bit more about parks on the air operations with Morse code and using CW and everything? So that's my segue to going actually to the website, just so people can see what it kind of looks like when you go there. Let's see, what do we have here? So I think the main ones that people are going to want to go to are the academics, so that this way you can kind of see what the curriculum is, correct?
That's right.
Okay.
That doesn't look like much there with those 3 drop downs, but you'll be there a couple of hours if you want to read how we structured our classes and why.
And it's worth the read, 100%. And if that, entices you to learn through Long Island CW, you can check out the membership area. And also, I know that most people, when they're doing Morse code and they want to set up for studying and they're not quite sure how much time they can actually commit and everything, you have a calendar here, which I'm going to click on. And the calendar basically shows, when the, if it'll show up, there we go. Like your classes, correct? So,
That's
and
right.
what room they're in, what Zoom room they're in, and what time.
Well, I'll tell you, Junie, this is a calendar really for non-members to show everybody how we're structured and what we do.
Sure.
But as you know, on our Groups IO, a a schedule of classes. A full schedule comes out every single day by email that you can actually click on, and it'll take you right to the classes. So we've structured it like that. So that's basically showing what we're all about, but daily, everybody gets a class schedule, chock full of other information too. All links to some of the other things that we have going on in the club too. Everything from links to our Discord channel, to our YouTube channel, to our podcasts and what have you.
And you also, becoming a member, have access to the Dropbox, correct?
That's right, the Dropbox. There's 81 folders in this Dropbox, Junie, and if you were going to read and look at all the videos that were in there, I guarantee you'd be there for 2 years.
Probably. I have seen the length of the Dropbox, but hey, there's a wealth of knowledge in there, and a lot of very helpful people within this group. I've never felt like, the confidence level of somebody coming into this as a beginner. It's a little intimidating, and then I came in and the instructors were really nice. And there's a ladies group that meets on Mondays right now, and it's a great place to just get to know people. It's a networking opportunity as well. So I thank you for starting this and giving the opportunity to myself and so many other hams to, basically become a part of the Long Island CW family and learn Morse code.
We never had in the 1960s any fear of getting on the air or doing CW. I never knew anybody was scared to get on the air until I started this club. And because of that, we really structured our entire focus to be able to get people to feel comfortable and get over that hurdle of being key shy. And hence the way the club is built to be a community and to be supportive and encouraging and to have all these different activities throughout the entire week was to make it kind of a safe haven. And I'm pleased to say it's working. It's still very hard to get people not to be afraid, but they finally realize that when they get on the air and they make a mistake, there's no police coming to their door to take them away.
Yeah, that's always a good thing, not having to worry about that. But hey, thank you so much for being on the show and answering some of my questions. And you're always welcome back here to chat a little bit more about the Long Island CW Club. Hopefully people get a little understanding through this video about what it is, what CW is, Morse code, and kind of getting on the air, doing those things. And I'm certain that the people of the club will help you with that. So thank you for joining me, Howard.
You're
and
quite
I'm so
welcome,
glad.
and I really enjoy seeing Mochi.
Yeah, Mochi's he's the best. He just sits here, he falls asleep.
And he always puts his face right next to yours like that?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He loves to cuddle. He loves to cuddle.
That's
He also quacks in Morse code too.
I was wondering, I said I wouldn't mind having a QSO with him one day. It would really show everybody that it can be done,
Oh, it can for sure. But thanks
right.
again for joining us, Howard. You have
You're
a
quite
wonderful
welcome,
day.
Judy.
And thank you for watching, everyone. This is Ham and Quackers 73.
Goodbye, everybody.